Give me just a minute as we switch into the other games, which will be Bulya versus Bold. Bulya this time around will be playing Protoss. Just make me announce.
What is Bulya's main race?
A Zerg. He's
Zerg?
a Master's 2 or he's a Master something. He always fluctuates.
Yep. I know the feeling.
The second answering Bulya from a very long time ago. Oopsies. And I think we're set to
Bad
go.
Leo.
Oh.
Bad Leo.
Yeah, I'm not a good streamer, am I? Anyhow, jokes aside, we're ready to go into Bulya versus Bold. I think Bulya's Protoss is around 3.7. I remember him playing against me in in-house. Maybe he's got better. Bolt is a Protoss.
Nice. Well, this is
Bolt is a Protoss.
Bolt's Protoss. Bulya is still playing Terran.
Okay. Easy fix.
Whoops.
Whoopsies. I haven't looked at the games beforehand to check the race, but because both players have a capital B as the first letter, I got a little bit confused. Thank you anyhow.
It's all good. We make adaptations here. We improvise on the fly.
On the fly.
Like it's great. Even though it's not.
Oh my god. Anyhow, game number 1. On the top left corner of Inside and Out, we have the pink player playing Protoss. It is Bold.
And in the bottom left-hand corner with is that yellow, green? Anyway, we have Bulya. In case those who don't know, I am red deficient. My red color sensitivity. I'm slightly colorblind.
Oh.
So I'm like, is that yellow? Is that slightly green? So like certain shades of yellow, green, and pink and purple can be really difficult to distinguish.
Oh.
So this looks more yellow to me, but that's me.
Bulya is completely yellow and Bold is pink.
Okay. Yeah, I knew Bolt was pink. It's funny. I think that's the light pink too. This is actually my favorite color. For me personally, so I almost always play pink. I don't know why. I just like pink as a color. I have no idea. It makes no sense, but all this worker bouncing. Holy crap!
All right, I'm back. Oops.
Oh,
did I stop the? Probably I paused the entire thing.
Yeah. There we go. Whoops. Oh well.
I have too many hotkeys and too many macros. They do stuff. And they sometimes pause the game, even make me lag sometimes. Anyhow, Bolt is caught in the main base of Bulya.
The infamous worker harass.
Oh yeah, we all hate it.
This gets so annoying as Terran.
Because even when it's done harassing the SCV, it may even harass the mirror line with the
with the random and now the shields have completely regenerated. So
also,
we're gonna block that now. A little bit too late to try to block the command center, but
unfortunate.
But that's okay. I think he's still fine.
Yeah.
There's Marine first. Is this a 3 racks build from Bulya?
We see a reactor. Bulya really likes his aggressive opener, so I would not be surprised by 3 racks.
So if this is a 3 racks build, we should have 2 bear. Oh, we didn't pull off gas though. That's normally what you do, but you don't have to do that for 3 racks builds. SCVs? Or are we just waiting to start the racks on time? Because it looks like we're waiting for 300 minerals. Or are we microing crap over here?
Alright, scouted the entire main base of Protoss. Actually not scouting the first unit. He'll be able to save the
random zealot. Okay, this is a factory.
Yeah, that random zealot is dealing damage. It's killing the first SCV and maybe denting the command center.
I don't like this SCV. I think we should just know because the zealot's gonna eat those SCVs for breakfast.
Yeah, kills quite a few of them. Look at that.
I think that's 2, or is it 3? That's 4 workers before the zealot goes down.
That's painful.
It is very painful indeed. double gas from Bulya, but after losing 4 workers, yeah,
And
yeah,
the Stalker
this
now...
game is not looking good at all.
This Stalker is dealing a tremendous amount of damage because Bulya has still to recover from the Zealot, the random Zealot in his own mineral line, and now he's taking quite a lot of damage from just the single Stalker.
Yeah, and now we're 10 workers behind. Yeah, this is a terrible start for Bulya.
I mean, Bulya still has some army advantage, so he might be able to do something very aggressive very early, but I don't think he'll be able to do anything.
No, I don't think so either.
Against a Protoss who's going Robo, it's very hard to do anything.
If Bolt makes 1 battery, any aggression doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Bolt quite early.
This looks like the 6 Marine 2 Hellion opener. Which case you want to head across the map right now, because if there is no battery, the 6 Marines and the 2 Hellions can actually wreak quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, they can kill so many probes. But Bulya is...
One more Stalker.
I think he's too scared of moving out because I think he doesn't feel confident after he lost so much economy. He thinks his push is way too late.
Spotter pylon for
very good.
For Bolt. I like it. Observers on the way out.
Very good defensive setup here with all this vision going around. This observer is going to scout the position of the main army. A drop from Bulya.
Ooh. Is this going to get spotted by the observer? I think this will get spotted by the observer.
I think it will be spotted by the spotter pilot, not the observer though. Observer misses it.
Observer barely misses it, but it does catch the Hellions.
The Hellions are caught by that, and the Medivac will fly directly into the pylon vision range. So Bolt should have forward notice of both the attacks. He's not pulling anything into the main base. He's reinforcing the natural. So the drop.
These shield batteries are pretty late. I feel like those batteries should have been a little bit earlier. And now this.
The shield batteries are not going to be a problem though. The problem is that there's not enough to defend this main base, as 3 Stalkers do not beat 8 Marines with a Medivac support. 4 Stalker being added in, but he's about to lose his first Stalker.
You target the weak one? Target the weak ones?
Yeah.
Come on, there we go. If we target the weak ones, I think those Marines can challenge that.
Yeah, they cannot die to Stalkers because these guys don't really have much DPS, do they?
Yeah, that's. I think he was busy macroing at home or trying to micro something else. Unfortunately, we only killed 2 probes with that. And
he tries again with the Hellions, but the Hellions find way too many Stalkers for them, and a shield battery. And all the things
that's not gonna do anything.
All the things that I hate.
That being said, we forgot to make probes during that entire period, so despite only killing 2 workers and killing 6 SCVs at the start, we're only 1 probe ahead of Terran. And that's gonna be not gonna be too much different here in a few minutes, but
yeah.
But surprisingly, it'll be tough, but this is playable from Bulya.
It is still playable, especially because Bolt's entire production froze during the defense, which, while impressive, I mean, it was an impressive defense. It did not come to him being too much ahead because of the fact that he lost so much time and the bank was so high at the end of it. I think it was around 700, 800 minerals, and at this stage of the game, having 700 minerals in the bank is not what you want to do. If you wanted to do any kind of push or any kind of timing, you would lose the timing. Charge being researched by Bolt along with +1 weapons.
Robo Bay. Do we have +1 attack on the way for Terran? I don't think so.
I don't think so, and it's not being researched.
Nope.
It's not researched already, so the upgrade advantage will go very hard into Bolt's favor.
Whereas normally Protoss Terran armies trade fairly evenly when Terran is ahead once of upgrades.
Funding this army with Stim onto them, kills all the Zealots, and then the Stalkers are not long for this word.
That was just nowhere near enough. So,
okay, Bulya is now in a very commanding position, pushing out into the map.
Yeah.
Going across the map, and
Problem is, we're going to be at an upgrade disadvantage very soon.
he'll may try to maybe try to siege up the third. The third has no shield battery, so it will be very hard for Bolt to defend, especially with half the army supply.
That really annoying tank spot. Oh yeah, right behind that little pillar.
Okay, siege tank.
That
in
one.
there.
Yeah, there we go. Siege. There we go. You need to bring your entire army, Bulya.
Alright, very good engagement by both players.
The tanks are going to get cleaned up, though. If you can clean up the zealots, the rest of the bio army will annihilate this.
The problem is these are 4 zealots and they're very angry. They really do not like dying, do they? And the Immortal seems like it will clean up the rest of the army without too much of a problem here, as the
attack gets shut down.
Oh,
I think what would have been better is we siege the tanks like we did. We stem the bio in to try to kill these probes, because we need to stop Protoss from getting getting too far ahead and then bail.
Storm is being researched by Bolt, and now Bolt, I think he just wants to buy time. Maybe an attack here on the third of Bulya would be perfect, as he forces Bulya into a more defensive position as he goes into a very high-tech composition with Colossi, Storm, and all the good stuff.
How many tech labs do we have? 2 tech labs, sorry, 3 tech labs, 2 reactors.
It seems like a good spread.
It's a pretty standard for this.
Yeah. On the right side, we see lots of Marauders, which were the bane of all the Terran's player in the last tournaments. We are floating quite a lot in here, but he's adding more and more production structures, so you'll be able to spend all of it in just a few minutes. On the other side, Bolt is doing a very good job now that no harass is coming his way to spend all this money and macro up.
So we're playing siege tanks for Bulya. You can do this.
That's
but you can play siege tanks, but you need a very high marine count. If you play siege tanks. And the reason being is because Marauders, while they're great versus units like Stalkers, Colossus and stuff like that, well, great versus anything that's armored, they are absolutely terrible versus Zealots. And I think we have too many Marauders in this composition. A few Marauders is good. A few Marauders is good because you need something to do the slow and to make retreats harder for Protoss. But ultimately, you just need DPS to kill Zealots. Ooh, we have a Dark Shrine on the way.
Dark Shrine on the way. Storm already on for these 3 High Templars, 4 High Templars by the looks of it.
And Second Forge has been added.
Single Colossi not too good on its own. You usually need +2 and 3 Colossi to really deal damage. But Bulya was moving his force away to try and defend this position, and he gets stomped on his third base.
And I do not like this position at all.
Bulya is losing basically all.
Yeah, this is game over.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Bulya, but well done for Bolt, as he ranks up his first notch into this best of 3. Let's go into game number 2 on Data C. Now, Data C, by looks of it, is a map that favors mostly Protoss, but
I think so.
We'll have to see what happens, because on the left side of Data C we have the pink player playing Protoss. It is Bolt.
And on the right side of the map, we have the yellow Terran, Bulya.
Let's fix the scores.
In the middle of I think it wasn't last game, it was the game before that. I had to remember to put my interface back on game hard because it's way easier to see like what's going on.
Yeah.
Other than the standard one. You
could
also use like
go ahead.
You can also use like WCS, which is also pretty good, but I think game hard is my favorite interface for watching replays and stuff like that.
Probably. I mean, standard interface has an advantage to it, which is you can take control of the replay, and that's very
Yep.
good when you're doing like analysis and training and coaching and all that stuff. But
Yep.
otherwise, it's not a good interface, unfortunately. Probe scout from Bolt. Let's see how annoying it can get.
I believe that is a gateway scout, pretty standard. And we are doing the Reaper wall on this map. Cybercore?
Alright,
There we go, and that is a full Reaper wall. Did we make a Reaper? No, we're making Marine again.
Marine first, by the looks of it.
This is a, ooh, double gas build.
Oh,
it's a little cheeky. I didn't even see that.
Double gas. These always put some spice into the game.
Factory expand.
Reactor.
We gotta pull off gas. We have something cheeky coming in from Bulya.
Yeah, I don't know what
Marine
it is though, because
reactor.
it's reactors. Usually when I see double gas, I expect marauders.
Okay, there is they did pull off gas. There's a build I really like in TVP. It is a Rax gas build where it's basically you do a TVT opening and then do a normal macro game after that. That's a build I personally really like because it's very safe. Because punishing punishing a factory expand, is a lot harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially with the mine coming up right
Yeah.
now.
Robo. So I like this Robo choice from Bolt because you saw double gas and you want to be as safe as possible. We're gonna make a starport as well as a third depot.
I think he wants to. He has resources. It seems like they line perfectly.
Yeah, but we're supply blocked. That's part of the problem.
Part of
Okay,
a huge problem. Supply depot
So-
starting, but yeah. Robo Bay for Protoss frames.
Oh, that's a. Oh, okay. I think we actually should have put the mine a little bit closer to the edge because then it would have been more difficult to see.
Yeah, it gets like
by the time you see the mine, it's gonna be like shooting.
yeah, probably.
and there's a dead adept. Okay, warp gate, 2 more gates. Is that an?
Warp
oh, that's
prism.
a warp prism. Interesting.
Warp prism. I would expect stalkers then, if that's the case.
I would as well.
Because there's nothing else that can really fight at this stage without upgrades for Protoss. The problem for Protoss is that that's a lot of Widow mines.
Well, not only that, I don't like this opening versus a factory expand because there's a high. Now, in this case, it's not the case because there's no tanks. But in a lot of factory expands builds, you get a blind tank and a blind raven and a bunch of marines.
Problem is,
which is like exactly what you need against this.
Bolt doesn't really know though.
But Bulya is taking out his mine drop.
Oh, the mine!
Oh no, he's gonna catch this. Bulya is now in a lot of trouble. Oh, he's gonna save the stalker.
He's gonna lose the warp prism for it, but warp prism is an acceptable
that
trade.
could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah. Medevac going on with 3 Widow mines on the bottom side of the map, and that's probably going to deal a significant amount of damage because Bolt doesn't really have anything here.
If Bulya waits and attacks with the marines at the same time, it'll be very distracting. Yeah, but I think Bolt's completely ready for this.
Oh, Bulya's rotating
this. He's rotating this way. I do not think this is a good idea.
This force here does not really have any say against Stalkers. Marine Stalkers is one of my favorite interaction in the game because it goes back and forward so many times, depending on
that
upgrades.
is a dead medevac. Good being in position by the.
Still manages to unload the Widow mines, and they do have the advanced cloak. So that's.
Oh, this is a. Wait, is there a mine drop? Is there an armory? They do have the armory.
Yeah. And that's true that Stalker's not the trade that Bulya was looking for, especially not for 1 medevac and 1...
Oh, he lost the medevac?
Yeah, he lost the medevac and 1 mine.
Yeah, he lost the medevac.
And there's a robo bay there, a robo facility there, so they will be able to snipe the mine before it fires again? That's a very good question, actually.
Oh,
Barely.
he barely got that.
My god.
Barely got that. Holy crap.
It was already doing the laser side to catch the pack of drone probes. That would have been disastrous for Bolt. And just to survive with minimal losses, and Bolt is up ahead in workers and army supply. Tech advantage again goes to Bolt, as Bulya is just researching STEM, and we already have RoboBay on the way for Bolt. Probably again going into Colossi, I would say. Alright, an attack from Bolt on the third base finds nothing because Bulya has yet to take this base. Could actually snipe with this position from Bulya, could actually siege up the command center from the low ground. That would be very annoying if Bolt notices.
There's a lot of observers.
Yeah. Marine scouting for the army. They found the army of Bolt. The siege tank wasn't sieged, but yeah.
It's like, I don't like this push at all. You're just gonna lose everything to the two tanks.
Unfortunate that Bolt didn't spot the building SCV here on the right and sieged up the command center. He could have tried to cancel it.
But like Immortals versus tanks is really interesting. If the Immortals are in range, they're usually fine. If the tank count ever gets high enough or they're out of range, tanks beat the crap out of Immortals.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have units buffering for the tank.
So this is a very slow building pylon, also known as a Dark Shrine. And things are gonna get cheeky from Bolt side as he goes into DTs. +1. +1 necessary for the DTs to one-shot SCVs, by the way.
Looks like Terran's upgrades will be a little bit faster, but Terran will be slightly ahead since Terran's getting the armor, which actually isn't even standard in this matchup. Normally you go 1 eBay into 2 eBay with an armory, but with the crazy opening, as long as if we're floating gas, this is probably a good call.
That's a huge army from Bulya moving out, and they do have Stim +1 about to finish. It will finish before the Protoss. They catch the army, kill the
and there's charges not here yet, so Terran should. With some good, with some good target fire, the Terran should actually shred this army.
Oh my god, the Immortal goes down so quickly to Marine fire, and the only thing that Bolt has going for it is that his War Prism somehow managed to sneak across the entire Terran army without being too damaged. Though we have the army of
that's a miracle in and by itself. Okay, I think we should go in with this
DTs going to win the game? Because we have 3 DTs here, no army for Bulya. No static detection.
No scans either. There's no scan
we have
either.
like 6 seconds till the first scan. The first scan is wasted because there's no army to contest this DT. Actually,
is he gonna get it? He barely gets it.
But we have 2 more DTs, one in the third, one in the natural, and they are racking up kills after kill. Also, the defense here from Bolt can be done with DTs again, because Bulya does not have any sort of permanent detection, and it has no energy. This is a terrible position for Bulya.
Yeah, this is not a good position for Bulya.
I don't think you can do anything with this army, because if you go back, you lose what you gain with it, but you cannot go forwards because you don't have detection.
Bulya's only winning move is to go forward, is like even close to winning move, and I still don't think it's a winning move. Because I think charge is done now. Yeah, charge is done, which means these tanks are not going to do well at all.
And that's DTs trying to harass the army before it even engages. Oh my god,
and now this game is over.
True Colossi defending here for Bolt. This army cannot do anything at this point. As the siege tanks
we don't have enough DPS.
Like half the army is left behind. This siege tank is very well positioned, but it was out of the fight for most of the time, and 1 DT is on top of it.
Somehow we managed to trade at all versus that many charge lots. Oh, never mind. Half of the army wasn't even there. Never mind.
Unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. As
that's game.
As this Zealots clean up the rest of the army, and Bulya is left with 31 worker supply as an army supply lead, but problem is he cannot really produce any ravens reliably because his only starport is on a reactor, and he really needs a raven. He has a few missile turrets, he'll be able to stabilize in the defense, but with the worker advantage that Bolt has, I think that defending is not an option in here.
Yeah.
Trying to defend with the Widowmine, but he gets spotted and killed by the Colossi before he has the chance to do anything. I think we're looking at a done deal here.
Unfortunate. We are floating a lot of money though.
Another
so...
War Prism into the main base of Bulya, distracting. It will distract him as the rest of the army from Bolt goes in. I don't think Bolt's army is good enough to engage the force of Bulya, but with the distraction of the 3 new DTs, this will be disastrous again. They do one-shot SCVs now, so they are way deadlier than before. Even being spotted, this DT dealt so much damage. Oh
Templar.
More DTs, more cells, and Bulya is trying the desperation move to just try and base trade, but again, how can you base trade against DTs?
Yeah, it's just yeah, there's just nowhere near enough army to kill this. We have a lot of medevacs.
Oh well, healthcare for all.
Yeah, that's game.
Alright. So that's it for today, I think. Because I really need to go. But good games by all 3 players. Because we had 2 games of Bulya, apparently. And thank all for watching, and thank you also for co-casting with me.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, anytime. So we'll see you next time, probably next week, Sunday.
We'll see.
We'll see. Anyhow, thank you all, and bye bye.
See ya.